Going live, y'all. Wait, turn this way. Hey. Okay. We on YouTube now. If you guys want to log into YouTube, YouTube is up right now. Again, I apologize for any interference. I got to get right into it, right? This is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. I am your host, right? I'm AJ the Wildfire, Adonis Z. Johnson. I'm the author and creator of the book, The Movement. I Am My Life Coach is not a book, it's actually a movement. You guys have a movement. We have an opportunity to experience something that never been experienced before. I look to bring leadership. I look to bring self-empowerment. I look to help you become more self-aware of the things you do. We do not have to blame anybody. Some people will say, be grown. Some people will say, listen, you don't know me. Listen, we ain't spent a lot of time in this season. This has been a season of self-recovery. I want to teach you some stuff. I hope you can learn from me as I get taught things that I see. I do the reading because I love myself. I love my mind. So I want to read things and I want to ask the questions that some of you cannot ask. Some of you haven't found the question, because if you ask yourself the right question, you will get the right answer, right? For some of you, please don't allow my voice to get you thrown off. My voice will go to a higher level. My voice will go to a lower level. My voice will throw, right? That's because I have to go into war. Why do I say war? I'm warfaring, right? I'm in warfare, right? I have a war cry. A war cry, meaning I'm speaking something in the atmosphere. Everything that's being spoken is not for you, but it might be for somebody that's connected to you right now. Listen to me. I'm not here to convince you of anything, right? I don't have to. That's your job. Somebody ran into me this weekend and they said, listen, back in the day, I wanted to tell you, you're doing a great job with the Mighty Monday Meltdown. I love the fact that people are really being developed. People are really growing and things like that. And guess what they said? 1 minute they will compliment you. Next minute they're trying to tear you down. They said, because honey, back in the day, I didn't trust you. And it's been 1 minute you compliment me. Next minute you're trying to tear me down, right? So watch this. I want you to understand when I speak and I'm speaking truth, I use experience. I use wisdom. I use real life things. Most importantly, I use the spirit that uses me. That's the reason why we here. It's because of the spirit. The calling that's on my life has me showing up on a feed line and speaking right now. No one's paying me to be here. So let's be clear about that. No one offers me anything. I do God's work, and all I ask is if I can do God's work, the least you can do is show honor to the God that you say you know. This person said to me, I didn't trust you back then. And I'm me being hurt, not hurt, but hurt by what they saying, and I have to listen to it. I said, it wasn't your job to trust me back then. You don't have to trust me at all. Your problem wasn't trusting me. Your problem was trusting you. Come on, y'all. For some of you, your issue is not trying to trust some man or trust some woman or trust anybody else or trust a job. The way you signed up for the job is the same way you can walk out the job. If they can hire you, they have the power to fire you. You get what I just said? So I will recap this thing. They said I didn't trust you. I told them when they was done in my lowest voice, I don't care about you trusting me. Your problem is not in your trust in me. Your problem is with your choice in your trust in you. You see, some of you, all you have is you. You don't have a go-to. All you have is what you've been taught. And some of us, we've been taught wrong. But I didn't come on this feed line on this Mighty Monday Meltdown to waste your time. Please don't waste mine. Come on now. I didn't come here to sit here and put on a dog and pony show so y'all can hear me talk and judge me. That ain't why we here. I came here to call a time out. A time out on the things that you think life is. A time out on your complaining. A time out on your relationship. A time out on your title. Title mean nothing if the actions don't match. Some of you want to be children of God. You want to be women of God. You want to be men of God. Yeah, we want to be everything that we think God wants us to be, but he can't use us for anything. We spend so much time wanting his grace. We spend so much time wanting his mercy, wanting his grace, wanting his mercy, wanting his grace. But you ain't never asked yourself, What can he get out of you? Some of us, that's why we here. We here so we can recognize we ain't done all that we should have done. And at this point, we got to try something different, because if you believe you different, then you need something different. For some of us, let's think about a car. Your old car or your first car. Some of y'all had a car note, it was low. Some of you didn't have a car note at all. And you used to probably put in 87 gas. Well, when you start praying for an upgrade, when you start asking God for more, then guess what? You're going to have to pay more to get more. For some of us, he done gave us so much more, and we still complain because we now don't want to manage what he's given us. You went from paying for 87 gas, and now you paying for 97 gas. You went from this to this real quick, and now it's on you right now. Now it's on you, and we've been complaining. So let's fix this thing right now. I don't want to pretend and play church. This ain't the church thing. This ain't the church event. This ain't got nothing to do with the church. This got something to do with you. And the only one that's going to address you will be you today. And I'm going to be here because I'm going to address me. My job is not to sit here and correct you. My job is to correct me. And in correcting me, I share the love I got for myself with my neighbors. And if God allow you to be my neighbor, I ask that you treat everybody on this feed line with respect. I ask that if you're going to comment, say something nice. If you're going to say something crazy, keep it to yourself. If you don't like what you're seeing, swipe the screen to the right. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share the feed. All due respect, peace and love. Let's get this thing started. I'm calling the timeout on life right now. And this life is called the battlefield. What's the battlefield? The battlefield is called life. Whose life? Your life. This battlefield is called life. Whose life? Your life. And we calling a timeout. We gonna get in the huddle. But before I go further, I gotta let you understand, I can't talk, I can't move, I can't think, I can't do anything without the Spirit being present. Well, where's the Spirit at? The Spirit is what I have to call on in order for me to be who I am. So I can be who I am, whom's I am, representing that, and also know where I'm at. Right now, I recognize where I'm at. I'm in the middle of a huddle. I'm on a battlefield with many different people, many different warriors. I got the Invisible Crown Army. They down here with us right now, and we got bodies, yielded vessels ready to take its place. So, Father God, I call upon you. I ask that your son can come down here in this huddle, begin to speak in me and through me. Touch everybody that showed up to hear me. God, don't let them hear my voice, but let them hear your voice. But in order to hear, we need our ears to be enabled. We spend time doing things we should not have done. So, God, we ask for your forgiveness right now. We ask that you will forgive us for things we might have done knowingly and unknowingly, things we might have thought knowingly and unknowingly, things we might have said knowingly and unknowingly. God, we ask that you will forgive us for these things right there. You have given us our daily bread. You have provided us with more life today than we can provide ourselves with. You give us more than we can ever ask for. You supply all of our needs according to your riches, according to your riches, according to your riches. Some of us are poor. Some of us are lonely. Some of us are low because everything we do don't have nothing to do with your riches. It has every bit to do with our choices and our decisions, God, and that's on us. That's not on you. But today we return ourselves back to you. We asking that, God, if your riches can be applied to our life, can you give us the spirit, the right spirit that only you can give us individually right now so that we can maintain who it is you calling us to be. Well, who you calling us to be, God? You calling us to be mothers. You calling us to be fathers, uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters. You even calling us to be boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever world that these people done created out here, God, it done caused a hot mess. Yay. And I'm asking that you bring it all down. The title mean nothing if the actions don't match. Today, God, we want our actions to match because we here. We in the right place right now. We ask that you would disable and disconnect anything that will drain us, anything that will harm us, including our own thoughts. If anything that we have spoken, even out of our own mouth that goes against your will, let your will be done in our life, God. Strike us down right now. Strike down the words we say. Strike down the dreams we think we're going to do. Every shortcut we took, strike it down. Let us be frowned at right now because we want to be able to help somebody. The only way we can help somebody is by knowing exactly how we got what we got. And for some of us, our help, our experience, our records is leaning towards all the failure in life. Well, our failure in life is the blueprint for success in somebody else. Yay. God, you can still use us right now. We have nothing but experience. Today we open up that treasure chest. Today we open up the closet. We ask that the dry bones, we ask that the skeleton. We don't run from anything now. We are broken in many areas. We done experienced everything known to man because your son that lives in us today, yeah, and tomorrow moving forward, done seen it all, done it all. So at this point, we don't have a point to prove to anybody walking through this thing called life. So we're grateful, God, that you're allowing us to be in power. We're grateful, God, that you're making room for us. We're grateful, God, that this ain't religion, this relationship, this is personal. Come on, y'all. He said this is personal. This is personal, so you got to make it personal. He told me today, this ain't no testimony. This ain't no testify. Today you going to get the breakthrough. You're going to talk about your breakthrough on your new understanding, on your new level. There's newness that's waiting on you. And today it's going to be discovered in you, by you, for you. And that's called self-discovery. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Title mean nothing if the actions don't match. We're grateful, God, that you got us here. We're grateful, God, that you continue to use me the way you use me. I thank you, God, that you are enabling everybody's ears. Yeah. In this huddle, on this battlefield. And you're allowing them to hear. You're opening up their eyes and you're allowing them to see. You're allowing them to see themselves bigger, better, and greater. You're allowing them to see that they better than the situations that they have been in. You're greater, God. You're greater in every area in our life when we invite you in. Today, we let you in every area in our life. Can you arrest it for your name's sake? Anybody that has any reasonable doubt, God, I ask that you will prove yourself to them immediately. Let them know that it was no accident. They was sent to this loudmouth, hollering, yelling man right here, because this man was willing to stand in the wilderness, to stand on the battlefield, to stand on behalf of others, to stand in situations that does not belong to him, to stand in people's lives as a father to their kids because the biological father had abandoned. Stand as the mighty man that you are calling me to be. I thank you, God, that you're equipping me with something that only you can equip me with, giving me night vision so I can see my way through hellish places. I can see my way through darkness. I can see how to get in there, and I also can see how to get out. And it's because of you, God. Thank you that just because we in there don't mean we got to stay there. Thank you, God, just because we in here don't mean we got to stay here. Because you're making a way for us. Yay. For your name's sake. And this is in your son's Jesus Christ's name. Yay. Amen. What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mighty Monday Meltdown. I don't pretend. I don't come here to agree with the way you think. But with the spirit in me, I'm confident I can challenge the way you think. If your thinking works for you, then your life will reflect and magnify what your life is and what it consists of. If you don't have the desires of your heart, that means your thinking is not accurate and it does not provide the riches and the glory that God seeks to get from providing for you. Some of the things you have obtained had nothing to do with God. It had every bit to do with you. Hopefully, I won't offend anybody, but if I offend you, it's not me offending you. It's the Christ in me that's trying to talk to you. And with that conviction, you will also line yourself up for correction. For some of us, you at a start over point. You hear me? Start over, right? But before you can start over, a lot of you had to get to the point of game over. Some of you keep trying to win. You keep trying to win. You keep trying to win. And you just thinking you just going to go up against everybody. You just think you just going to keep winning. Well, guess what? To keep winning is to keep sinning. Because at the end of the day, what you trying to get, right, you will never get. You have to lose in order to win. See, some of you can't win till you identify with what a loss is. How you going to understand the option, what you're supposed to do when you win, if you don't know how you feel when you lose? Some of us, we've been losing for a long time because we complain because we didn't play the game the way we supposed to play the game. We didn't do what we should have done. We didn't live the life that we should have lived. Now, I didn't ask none of y'all to be perfect. I don't think God is asking any of us to be perfect. I don't think that's not even a picture that he ever tried to paint for us, especially when he said there's not one righteous person here on earth. So that's not even a picture. I don't know why people continue to say, I know I ain't perfect. Well, if you could speak for yourself and you realize you ain't perfect, then tell me some of that stuff that you're not perfect about. Tell me some of the things that you have done. You see, we're so gifted and point out what sin is, and sin will always be linked to somebody else, but it never will be linked to you. And being that it's never linked to you, then you are trapped in it. Because you're not a voice of the Lord. You are trapped in captivity. Listen, Christ came in me. This is what I look to do. Christ came in me to help me with me. Before Christ came in me, trust me, it was all about me. I didn't think about nobody. I didn't think about your feelings. I didn't think about your emotions. Not to mention, I thought that I was providing love. I wasn't loving nobody, okay? At all. I especially wasn't loving my body. So listen to this. I wasn't loving nobody, not even my body. So for some of you, I just helped you with that right there. How can somebody love you when you ain't even loving you? So what do you measure that to? You measure that to how much you give them financially, gifts. You know, at the end of the day, we have this thing called love messed all up. Let's just go back to loving yourself, right? Loving yourself. Me in the world, I did not have the relationship with Christ, right? Christ was sent on a mission to track me down, just like he's still trying to track some of you down. But you ain't understanding who you running from. You running from Christ, and he's doing anything and everything to see to it that your run come to an end. You see, if you never lose, then you don't know what it means to win. For some of us, the starting point starts now. For others, game over. When your game is over, that means your way don't work no more. What you tried to do would never work. It wasn't intended to work. All you need to ask yourself is why it did not work. How my feed is broken down, because I got off to a late start due to the YouTube glitch that went down, right? Things want to do upgrades when they want to do upgrades. And let's get back to the upgrades. For some of you, you want upgrades, right? You believe you special. You are. You believe that you're different. You are. But why do you believe that you can be special and don't think that you have to be dealt with a special way? If God created you to be special, if God created you to be saved is to be confident. To be confident is to know what you do, and you're responsible for the consequences with what you do. So if you special and he put you aside, he marked you and put you over here, you went from an old 87 gas to a whole new 93 gas, then why would you allow somebody to come and put an 87 gas in your 93 upgrade? Some of you, I can tell you why. You want premium service and you giving minimum services. You are a minimum giver, but you want the best. Trust me, I understand. If the faster you accept this truth, it's the faster we get on to the next level. Let me reset the room real quick, you guys. What's going on? This is the Mighty Monday Meltdown. My name is Adonis D. Johnson. I'm here acting today as your transformation coach. We're going from one point to another point on the Mighty Monday Meltdown. This is how we start our week. This is how we look at life. This is where you get your motivation. This is where you get your inspiration. This is where you become determined. This is where you become inspired. Who inspired you? You're going to inspire you. What are you going to use? You're going to use a self-affirmation. That self-affirmation is, I am my life coach. I am, which is the most two powerful words working together. And whatever happens after that it manifests like magic. Well, the word my is the next word. My represent ownership. Ownership. You have to own whatever it is you desire. I want to teach you and help you how to manifest the things that you desire to get in life. You want it, you speak it, you believe it, you receive it. That's how it works. But the scriptures also works against you as well. It says, for whoever shall doubt, whatever you doubt, right? You shouldn't expect anything, because you have to believe it, you have to achieve it, and you can receive it. But since we doubt, we have to work on why we doubt. Some of us doubt because we put our trust in others. The other people, we doubt because we want to believe in somebody else. So when they fail, or when we don't get the results we're looking for, we have somebody else to blame. We have to say, you know what? I'm disappointed in you. You know what? You let me down. You know what? I don't trust another man because of who? Because of you. And that's the wrong attitude to get anything out of this thing called life. Bible says 2 is better than 1. And at the end, my point that I'm trying to make to you is it's no wonder why we receive the stuff we receive. You accept what you receive. Let me talk to you right there. I feel like I want to park and pull right up in here. Let's go. So let me dive on in right up in here. Let me dive on in right up in here. This is where I'm at right now, you guys. And this is where I'm at right now, you guys. And that is, when it comes down to the things you desire out of life, it comes from your choices, right? Your choices, right, is not your decision yet. The choice, right? The choice is your any, mini, miny, mo. The decision is mo, right? Any or many. So these choices and decisions is 2 different things. I love the fact that you can make a choice, but some of you did not make a decision. You didn't have a choice in the matter, right? You didn't make a decision. Choices is, do I want it or I don't want it? Do I want her or I don't want her? Do I want him or I don't want him, right? You didn't have a choice in the matter. So at the end of the day, your choices and your decisions is what created your circumstances. For some of you, you stuck in circumstances, you living in circumstances. No matter how you want to believe what you want to believe today, you're going to believe this truth. Because it's the only truth you're going to get right now, right? And that is, your choices and decisions created the circumstances you living in, but the circumstances you living in, you never made no decision. You accepted this. You accepted what you got. Well, how did this happen? No decision is a decision. I'm teaching you something that you can teach yourself. No decision is a decision. And with that decision, you accepted homosexuality. You accepted living below in a poverty place. You accepted this relationship because you were single. You ain't have nobody. You ain't have no training. Ain't no sense of letting some good just lay here in the bed all night. You accept this. Whoever wanted to get in, got jumped off. You got jumped off. Wasn't no thank you. Wasn't no love. It is what it is. It was what it was. And at the end of the day, you still sitting here right now wondering what happened. You accepted. Oh, y'all want to go deeper? Let's go. Some of you accepted cancer. Cancer chose you. You didn't choose cancer. Crazy guy chose you. You didn't choose crazy guy. But he had a strategy. His strategy was to buy you a drink. Ooh-wee. A little Henny, little 1952. His strategy was to tell you what you wanted to hear. Ooh, you look good, girl. Damn, look at that body. Oh, look at your lips. Man, girl, you got it going on. Man, you ready to get married? Man, he played you. He did a you on you. Spent all that time working on you for somebody to walk up that really didn't care about you. Because why should a woman care about a man that she don't know when she ain't no man? Why? The same question. I'll repeat it again first. Why should a woman care about a man that she do not know? She don't have no feelings. She don't have no emotions. She don't have no problems because, hey, I ain't thinking about him. But that's the one you talk to. That's the one you communicate with. You like a stranger. Back, vice versa. A man will not care about a woman he do not know. You just another woman, okay? It's many of them out here, all right? So he don't know you. It's many, think all that, walking down the street. You can find them at the gas station, Walmart on Saturdays and Sundays. Not like I go to Walmart, but they do be in there, I'm just saying. And so at the end of the day, You finding people everywhere. Women is everywhere. But see, psychologically in your mind, you're believing that I ain't like everybody else. How do somebody know who you are if you never represent who you really are? Right? So you spend all this time customizing your outside, and your real customization came from your inside. So at the end, you accept whatever you receive. You didn't choose, because this is why when you meet someone, ladies, the first thing you want to do is interview this guy, and you say, how do we get to know each other? Right? Here's the deal with this part. You will never get to know each other. You will only get to experience each other. But since you spend your time watching him, right? Since you spend your time into him, you looking at him, but he ain't looking at you, because you ain't looking at you. Because if you was looking at you, you will see you look like everybody else. You will see you act like everybody else. But you want to believe that you ain't like everybody else when you made just like everybody else. A man is a man, a woman is a woman. Woman, you just like everybody else. Man, guess what? You're just like everybody else. At the end of the day, it's so crazy to me, you guys. Y'all got to hear this. This is funny to me, right? Somebody said to me, because I talk a lot about females. I talk about women, right? Because I like women. I think I should like the opposite species because I find them to be interesting. God did not make me a woman. He made me a man. So I'm interested in the opposite, because I don't have no reason to be interested in a man. So, but if I was interested in a man, it would sound something like this. You know what, y'all? Today, I met this gorgeous man. And you know what happened? When I looked at him, I saw his smile. And I'm like, ooh, look at that smile. Woo! And guess what else, y'all? He had nice nails. His nails was pretty and done. Y'all ain't getting this? Not to mention, y'all, he had muscles. And I want them muscles. I want them, that 8-pack he had and the way he dressed. You can't tell me that man didn't look good. But see, since I have majority female friends, I talk about females because females, I will believe, will think that, man, I find Adonis to be interesting because he's a man. Unfortunately, this is where errors in communication of human error kicks in, because the woman believes that she's not like other women. And being that she's not like other women, she feels that she just gonna walk up and just stuff's supposed to happen. And I just tell my whole life, because I only could talk about what I like, right? Understanding I like women because the woman is the opposite of a man. I wouldn't talk about not one man at all. But it's funny because when I hear females communicating, and I want y'all to do this test. When I hear females communicating, what are they communicating about? They're communicating about other females and their mistakes and errors, who's hollering at who's sleeping with who, pillow talk. My girl, you ain't gonna believe this, but she slept with so-and-so. And they pillow talk. Women talk about who? Talk about man. But she will never be a man. She's only can be what God created her to be. And that's the sad part. It's sad because a woman don't talk about men that they dated. They talk about men that they haven't been with. Because if you talk about somebody that you dated, just make sure you talk about it to the man and not to your girlfriend. Because let's be clear about something. 2 women can date the same man and they both got a different man. You got it? 2 women, let's just make it 3. 3 women can date the same man and each woman got a different man. Flip side. So y'all won't say, he's like a male chauvinist. I'm just a male. Now call it what you want, but I bet you're not a male. You're probably a female that's saying this because you feel offended. So let me flip it to accommodate you. A man, 5 men can date 1 woman, right? And 5 men, depending on what what they had in life can get a different person out this woman. That's the sad part. A man, depending on who connect, can all access a different person. You see, you have to be what you want to see. We so busy looking outwardly, we never look inwardly. We shame the God that we talk about because we was created for a purpose. And none of us operates a lot of the times in the purpose we was created for. So we're constipated. What does it mean to be constipated? To be constipated, it means God created us and blessed us so we can love our neighbor like we love ourselves. That means whatever God gives us for us and we find it to be good, we supposed to share it with somebody else. So you supposed to share what's good about you with someone else. That way you can never feel like somebody's taking anything from you. But when you become constipated, you never share anything about you. The most excuses I ever heard when it comes to me and not receiving anything, it is, I got my guards up. This is what they say. You know, you got your guards up. That's one thing I hear. Number two, I hear is, you don't give me a chance. Give you a chance to do what? I'm not even a woman. How the heck do I supposed to tell you to be you? Like, on your march, get ready, get set, you ready to be you? I don't even know what the heck I'm expecting. You get what I'm saying? Some people have this messed up mindset that you get married, then you do wife things. You never did anything to know that this is what wives do. You practice before what you will do when you marry so that there won't be no interruption. But for some of you, you think you get married, then you work automatically just convert over. I know how to be a wife. I know. You don't get married and then become a wife. You become a wife, then you get married. That's just how it works. But see, we've been tricked. Today, I come to expose ignorance, and I'm just going to lay knowledge right on top of it. Okay, let's go. I'm not talking about your church because your church has a name, like the Potiphar House, the House of Hope, right? Your church has a church name. So I'm going to use the name called church for some of you. Some of us, some people, they go to church. Some people, right? Be safe. Some people go to church on Sunday. They don't curse in the church. They don't use bad language in the church. They don't try to really holler in the church. They ain't drinking in the church, right? You aren't really supposed to eat in church, right? You dress nice to go to church, right? You walk on up in there, right? You ain't stepping in the church, right? You ain't twerking in the church, right? You ain't dancing in the church, right? Because you feel like you in the church, right? That's on Sunday. That's the brick and mortar. If you can go in church and listen to them in church, listen to them pray in church, listen to the gospel music in church, you can close your eyes and say, yes, God, I believe you, God. You can do all that on one day. Why didn't you do it today? Why didn't you do the same thing you did the day Sunday? Why didn't you do it on a Monday? Why didn't you do it on a Tuesday? Why didn't you do it on a Wednesday? Why didn't you do it on a Thursday? Why you didn't do it on a Friday? Why you didn't do it on a Saturday? But then you going to wait on a day called Sunday, and you going to go right in here, clean your little self up. Yes, God, yes, God, yes, God. I caught the Holy Ghost. If you got the Holy Ghost, then you should be doing this every day because the ghosts don't sleep. The ghosts don't need no sleep. Come on, y'all. We got to be real. We got to be honest, and we got to be on point. Today, we about to be on point. You finna get your breakthrough. This is a season for breakthrough. What do you mean? That means when understanding comes, that means, remember, Christ came for one reason. I'm sorry. So that you can have life to the full of. He said, I did not come to bring peace. This is for some of you. I did not come to bring peace. Who said that? Jesus Christ said that. You wouldn't believe me, but I'm telling you, some of you got your relationship with God is so like this that you ain't got no way to even talk to him. Your service been disconnected. God's sitting here like, where's the connection? You ain't made no payment. Y'all act like y'all got lights on because y'all just got lights on in y'all house. Like, lights on. Don't pay your bills, your lights go off. And guess what? They don't have to come to your house to cut your lights off. Yes, you got light switches, you got the function, but you don't got the electricity. Come on now. For some of you, I'm gonna want to bust your bubble, but I did pay my gas bill, right? I gotta make sure, because I know that they sent me that disconnection notice. Listen, you getting a warning. The problem with getting a warning, you don't believe that God is warning you. I get it, because they, them, there, you think they talking about everybody, but they ain't talking about you, because nobody never said your name. Let's be clear about something. Ladies and gentlemen, God do not care about your name. The one who named you was your earthly mother and your earthly father, or somebody else. He cared about what he created you to be. So as of right now, I'm on a feed line with nothing but women and men, okay? But what type of man you gonna be and what type of woman you gonna be, that's the deciding factor. Now I'm gonna tell you who you need to really make sure that this thing come full circle for you. You gonna need a connection. And without no relationship, there will be no communication. For some of you, you've been communicating with somebody that want to take you out, somebody that want to make you fail, somebody want to make you fumble, somebody want to watch you fall. And that's who your friends consist of. This is a season. This is a feed. This is an army, an invisible crown army that only God could have put together. I come back to deliver his message. I hope that you accept the message that I'm delivering, because I'm doing the best I can. He told me I could do it my way, and it's going to be his will that be done in me and through you. So at the end of the day, even if you don't walk away with it, you still will be a woman, and I still will be a man. I don't need your opinions about what you think about me. Find out what your opinions is about what God thinks about you and what you think about God. Because at the beginning, I already said, you keep asking for grace, then you ask for mercy. You ask for grace, you ask for mercy, ask for grace, you ask for mercy. How do you know you got it? How do you know you got it? Because you don't believe that God can ask you from anything. What do you think God wants you for when he can't even use you? He can't use you because you ain't giving out all that you're supposed to give out. You don't give it all you got when it comes down to your health. You don't give it all that you got when it comes down to your understanding, feeding your mind. You don't give it all you got when it comes down to listening, right? Your knowledge and your information, right? Put that all together, it becomes wisdom. You have to apply what you learn. Some of you can't apply what you learn because everything you keep hearing do not apply to you because you believe ain't nobody talking to you. And did you hear what I just said? They, them, us, we, they think we stupid. No, they think you stupid. Don't include me with you. What they looking at us for? They trying to holler at us. They ain't trying to holler at us. That's your own mind playing on you. You see, you got to watch these little crazy little friends of y'all that think that everybody, they the one who mess up the whole flow of things. They look at them guys looking at us. See, they're going to include you in it. How about if that's what you want, you walk your little butt over there and you pick the one you want. But nah, you want to sit over here and you want to let them pick you. And now here it is, you competing with the one right next to you, but you don't think I ain't like them. I mean, I'm not like everybody. When I met you, I done met so many people. What's your sign? I be looking like, what's my sign? I tell them the wrong sign. It don't matter what I tell them. I can tell them the wrong sign. I be like, I'm a Leo. I can't date another Leo. No. I be like, what's your sign? Guess your sign? Like, really? I don't know. What's your sign? You can't tell? No. That's how we are right now. We want a sign to dictate who we are compatible with. But you don't want your head, your heart, your emotions to tell you who you compatible with. You would rather look at a horoscope. You would rather read a fortune cookie and sit here and think that's where your love is at. Not today. Not today. You finna get a breakthrough today. Because before you knew Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ always knew who you was. He already said, I know the path you take, right? Here's a warning for you ladies. If I be the man of God and I be the son of God and God is in me, let's all pretend for a second, because I know this too good to be true, right? And I'm not telling neither one of you what you have in you, right? I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you what I have in me. Let's just say I'm a man, right? And let's just assume that you are a woman. And if I have Christ in me, then he said to me that my thoughts are not your thoughts. But why is it a lot of the times when I be thinking about something, somebody always take what I say and apply it to their feelings, and their feelings be hurt? Remember I told y'all, put your feelings in your pocket because it ain't needed. My thoughts are not your thoughts. Didn't I say at the beginning, I didn't come to agree with the way you think? I came to challenge the way you think. But a lot of you ain't thinking because your feelings is doing the movement for you. Your feelings and emotions is connected to your actions. Your head don't not even playing a part in what it is you're doing. Because if you use your mind and start thinking, then you will see this is bigger than Adonis. This is bigger than you. This is God. When God sent Jesus here, bigger than women. It was about women because he said, I got my sons to get to the devil, to get that devil up off of them. He said, take off your mind and put on the mind of Christ. So he said his thoughts ain't your thoughts. Some of you are living in survival mode. That means you've been living in survival mode so long that when God do try to get to you, the one you fighting is God. The one you fighting is God, and that's not good. You know what I mean? It's not good at all, right? Let me get to this word because I gotta break down a few words, right? But before I get there, I gotta tell you one thing that's really kind of wrecked me. I gotta go back to this colonoscopy thing. I had a colonoscopy done last week. It was saddening to me because so many people thought, like, why did I get a colonoscopy, right? Like, what made you go to the doctor? Insurance, right? Insurance. Let me go to the doctor, get checked out. Some of you, I was told by the Spirit, go get it. So when my results come back, I can speak to you with my results. They didn't find anything. I have a good colon, no pollen, no nothing. Now, when I speak, you can have the same results, and the men don't have to be upset. They don't have to be scared. They don't have to worry, because at the end of the day, it's when you don't know what to get, right? You don't know what I'm looking for. I'm sitting here like, I don't know what's good. I don't know what's bad. I don't know what to respect. That's just like marriage. Some of you get married, and the worst thing you can ever do is, my biggest fear is marrying the wrong one. Because once I'm stuck with the wrong one, I'm going to be fighting to get up out that thing. I ain't staying there. I'm telling you now. I'm not staying in it. So just like I sit here and said I do, I'm saying I made a mistake. This ain't in here. Because I refuse to mess up this little walk that I had, trying to accommodate somebody that ain't spent no time on their walk. And when I came in to get the colonoscopy done, not knowing what to expect, I had to apply the 5 P's. The proper preparation prevents poor performance. You don't get something and then start worrying, how did I get it? Why did I get it? What did I do? And then a doctor, somebody else got to tell you what you done. You see, but if you get a jump on it and you start working now, wise, if you want to be married, you better get all the practice you can get being a wife before you marry. So that way, whatever man that you have to deal with, you can understand. I ain't trying to tell you how to be a man. I just know when it comes down to me being a woman, I got me on lock. Because if I never had me on lock, some of you a hot mess. Some of you head buster. Some of you keep the scrap. You a bust the scrap. You got more gangster in you than some of the men you date. You want him to grab you by the throat. You like, I wish you would put your hands on me. At the end of the day, calm your little butt down. That's an indicator. The wrong relationship. Proper preparation prevents your poor performance. Because a lot of us, we're performing so poorly because we want to go in on Sunday and do this little whatever we do, woo wop the boom bam, boogie woogie. Yes, God, I say my heart says yes, and I say yes. I say yes, God. Everything about me say yes. And you lie the next 6 days After that, Monday, Tuesday, all the way to Saturday, you said yes on one day and you lied the next 6 days because you didn't put nothing you did into practice. And that's what I'm here to speak about. I'm here to speak about the stuff that don't get spoke about. I'm not here to preach to you, but if I do go in preacher mode, that's only because I have what it takes to do what I need to do. For somebody or some people, they say, it seems like this person said to me, it seems like you've been hurt. I have. They said, and I ain't the one that hurt you. I said, ask me and don't tell me. Isn't it amazing that you can confirm that you ain't the one who hurt me? Ask me what hurt me. And they said, well, who hurt you? I said, listen to me. I was hurt because every time I look at a woman, I want to see what a woman will resemble. I want to see how she conduct herself. I want to see how she carry herself. I want to see how she handle herself being a woman. But guess what? I can't find women that want to be the creation of the creator. I can't see nobody putting respect on what they do, why they do what they do, and when they do what they do. I can't see nobody want to do what they want to do because they always tiptoeing when it comes down to what it is they've been called to do. If your assignment is to be the woman, then you should lead from the front in the hell with everybody that's in the back. But you're so busy playing, I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. When you get with somebody, talk about some of the men relationship you've been in. Why? Because the man needs to understand why you chose the last man. What was good about him, right? What was bad about him? Talk about the next man. What about that man you've been with? Some people have been with more than 7 men, more than 5 men, more than 3 men. And now you talking to one man. And now that one man don't know nothing about how you've been with any other men. You ain't gonna tell him about your girlfriend. You know, my girlfriend, you know, my best friend, she a little wild. She a stripper. You know, she danced at Club Diamond. She danced at Club Red Nose. Come on, let's go support my friend at the bar, right? Some of you set yourself up for the biggest, dumbest, you would be the dumbest loser because you get with your significant other and you talk about another woman, right? And you are a woman. So this is crazy because you'll be like, yeah, you know, my girl, you know, don't be lusting all over her. She got a big booty and all this. You done prep. Yeah, my girl, you know, exercise self. If you gonna bring your girl out around us and you gonna sit here and keep looking at her side eye, why did you bring this crazy with us? If you knew she act like this, but you so loyal to this foolishness that you just compromise your opportunity. And all I'm expressing to you is, at the end of the day, if you're going to live below your potential, then God cannot give you what you desire because you not giving your life what it rightfully deserves, and that is an opportunity. Let me get into this word. One thing I will say to you guys, why do I speak the way that I speak is because I need you to remember so you can recover. This is the recovering season. I speak the way I speak so you can recover, right? How do you recover? You have to first remember. Remember what? Remember some of the craziest things that you did. Sometimes you are the one that had your fingerprints on it. Remember? So you can recover, but I refuse to forgive and forget. I don't want to forget. My mind don't work like that. I want to remember and recover, but I refuse to forgive and forget. I forgive the situation because I ain't forgiving them. I'm forgiving me right now because I need that forgiveness. No, you don't owe me nothing. I forgive me. Because if my eyes was open, if this light was on at the club, I would never gave you my number. If it wasn't for what I was doing, this wouldn't have happened. Let's just be clear. Ain't no love in this. Ain't no love in this. Them lights came on. What? Oh, no. I made a mistake. Don't laugh at me. Some of y'all still in y'all mistake. Come on now. Y'all still wondering, like, what's wrong with me? That's your problem right there. What's wrong with me? You better remember to recover what's wrong with you. But I refuse to forgive and forget because y'all forgetting the wrong thing. Y'all forgetting, you know what I'm saying? That's why I call this speed. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, this is the truth, right? Let's get into a word. I got to cut into a word. Last week, I left you guys open, right? I advise each and every last one of y'all, go check out the feed from last week. I was in the book of Daniel. And in that book of Daniel, I was able to discover some amazing things. This is a quick recap. I was talking about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? And what I wanted people to see and what I was trying to illustrate was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was a little crew. There was a little group of people. But there was an earthly king. There was a king who had other people, and they had the astrologers. They had the signs, the people that was studying the stars. Some of you so Cancer out. You so Leo and Taurus and Gemini. You so Sagittarius and Virgo. Some people like, he ain't say my sign. Aquarius, Aries, Taurus, the BSers or whatever. You so Scorpios, let's say all, right? All the signs. And if I miss your sign, then your sign too. We're so stuck in something that we ain't even studied. You didn't create astrology. You ain't create anything, but you will believe in something that you did not create. One thing you can create, that if you open up your heart and accept Christ into your life today, that you and Christ can work together as partners, and you can live the life that you choose to live without the zodiac signs, without looking for your prototype of what sign somebody else is to try to find out if you are compatible. I'm gonna just tell you, when you got Christ in your life, you are compatible with everything. You just don't deal with anything. Let me say that again. When you have Christ in your life, you are compatible with everything. You just don't deal with anything. When you have the devil moving in your life, you are with anything, okay? And what you're not compatible with is the Spirit of God. That's what you're not compatible with. So relationship is very, very, very important. So Shadrach, they said, put this music on. And when the music come on, you are supposed to dance. You're supposed to dance and worship, right? You know the dance that y'all be doing now, TikTok videos. Y'all don't know that's what was going on in Daniel time. They put the music on. The king said, put the music on. Don't rush. Don't rush. Dun, dun, dun. Every dance y'all do. One side, left side, up, down, kick, one, turn, one, hop like a bunny, boom, boom. Do this right here. Next song, here come another challenge. Challenge, y'all. This is a new dance. Do to the left, two to the right, up, down, shake, right, hey, booty, 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 booty. Then next person, new challenge. This is the problem that we just can't get past. This is the exact same thing in the book of Daniel 3. When the music come on, you have to do this dance. The same dance some of you are convicted of right now on a TikTok. Y'all do what everybody else do, but you want to be the one that says you different. What makes you different? Ain't nothing different about you. But if Christ came into your life, I guarantee you will have a different type of life. You will have a different type of smile. Your interest and what you're interested in will be different. The way you roll will be different. It does not change the fact that you are a woman or you are a man. For you ladies, I am nothing but a man. So at the end of the day, I don't expect another man to be looking at me because it might be a fight, right? Somebody laughed at me about my colonoscopy joke, right? I said when I went to get the colonoscopy, I signed up for the date rape drug. That means I had to take anesthesia, right? So they gave me anesthesia, but I signed up. Notice, Lifetime, right? Y'all watch Lifetime? I said the date rape drug because once I took it, I was out cold, right? Spitting out of my mouth like, right, like that. Butt naked. Some of y'all don't laugh at me because I'm telling you now, I'm over it now, but I was emotional then. It was 3 men and they was all different races. And it was one lady and she was a different race. So I said I didn't get a threesome. I got a foursome. And the reason why I say I got a foursome, because I had 4 people playing with my naked little body as a grown man. And I didn't know what they done. And I said they had a camera because, of course, they had it inside looking around and stuff. But see, since it's called colonoscopy, then it's okay. But when you do it at a hotel, it's called a runner. She's a runner. She's a runner. She's a track star. She's a runner. She's a track star. And somebody said that. And it really offended me because somebody tried to say a joke like, she's a runner. She's a track star. Right. One of my homeboys. And I'm looking like, bruh. Don't you go get that doctor beat up right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to let y'all understand something. Situations, the way you think. Come on, y'all. We have to be able to balance this thing out. I thank you guys, y'all choosing me to be the navigator to help us get to another place. A higher level in self gets us different results and new results. Daniel, book of Daniel 3, right? Let's go ahead and journey into Daniel 3. Get on over to Daniel 3. Let's go ahead. Let me cut this word so y'all can see me flip the script. I want to flip the script because I got 2 scriptures I want to hit real quick, so I got to move quick. I need y'all to move with me, right? Daniel 3, let's move over. I'm going to do a recap, but it's going to be quick. So Daniel wouldn't dance. They wouldn't dance. Some of you would dance as soon as the beat dropped. You could just boom, 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 boom. You ain't got nothing back there, right? Let's be clear. Even if you got something back there, you want to make it move, right? Ain't get $1 for it. Pay more money for it than you getting. Watch this. The king said, since you ain't going to dance and do what we need you to do, what the king said, Daniel told him, listen, Daniel and Meshach said to the king, right? We won't serve you, and neither will we serve your God or worship you and what you have set up. Some people have a set up, and they want you to set up. They want you to worship. They set up. Y'all don't know what a setup is? Ladies, your setup is double D's, thicker than a sneaker, big hips, dookie booty, right? Whatever. And that's a setup. And you want somebody to mouth to be to the ground looking at your little setup as you tug that thing around. I just want to see how you're going to tug it 15 years from now. That's going to be interesting to see. You're going to be paying just as much to get that junk back up out you. Trust and believe me. But it's okay. No disrespect, because it do look good. Ain't going to lie. It looks good. Right? It looks good. But ask yourself, do you feel good? Healthy, right? So let's go. Shadrach and Meshach, what they say? They say that we won't serve your God, right? Basically, we ain't going to do all that. So what the king do? The king had them through in a fire. And in that fire that the king had them through in, guess what happened, y'all? When they threw him in the fire, the king looked in the fire and he saw Christ standing in there with them. For some of you, you're not going to see Christ until the fire is lit. That means you're going to be in a heated situation. Some of you, he said he turned this fire up 7 times hotter. That means that heat is hot. Your money is low. Your weave is sweating out. You ain't got money to get that little hairdo done. It seems like your skin is just falling off your face right now. You seem like you ain't eating because you're stressing. You hear what I'm saying? And guess what? You got to get in the fire just to have Christ show up. So they threw Daniel and Meshach and Shadrach into the fire of the firmament flames, the flames. And when he looked in, he saw Christ inside of them. Some of you don't see Christ yet in you. You don't see Christ in you because you ain't respecting the Christ in somebody else. Come on, y'all. I'm giving you the relationship. Some of you can't see Christ in you because you don't give nobody a relationship because you got your guards up. So you created your guards. So Jesus is at the door and he can't get in. Knock, 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 knock. You can't let him in. So he's at the door. So the devil brings your whole house down because you got the big bad wolf and he's at your house. No, you ain't, who is it? It's the big bad wolf, right? He's saying, you can't get in on my chili chin chin. And then that big bag wolf say, I'm a huff and I'm a puff and I'm gonna blow your house down and your whole finances, your job, your house, your relationship, you fall flat on your face and now you look stupid. So guess what you got to do? You got to go run to somebody else's house, your girlfriend. Hey girl, me and him fell out. I'm leaving him. Now your girl knew you should have been done with him. I don't even know why you was with him. But why you letting me be with him? You gonna wait to the end because 9 times out of 10, you wasn't listening to her because you wasn't listening to yourself. It's not, she gonna say, girl, I ain't tell you to holler at him. You see, it's all on you, but you want to put your beliefs on somebody else, your expectations on somebody else. You want to put more trust in them, and they put no trust in you. You don't put no trust in yourself, right? So, knock, knock, boom, boom. Who is it? It's the big bad wolf, right? Now I'm not letting you in on my chin, chin, chin. Hup, puff, boom. Your house come down and your girlfriend. Now y'all all are running our track star, right? Y'all all running out here. And now y'all out here trying to do what y'all do because y'all ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing at all. Ain't got the pot, ain't got the window. So at the end of the day, y'all have to run to somebody's house that's solid, that's built solid. Come on, y'all. The Invisible Crown Army, we are that house. We are that house that we in right now. We are the house that we need to get to. And guess what happened? They got them out the fire and they gave them jury. They gave him garments and they crowned him with an invisible crown. And that's what I'm saying. Character and attitude. So God can be visible now. So there was an earthly king and there was a spiritual king. Okay. That was only chosen because God was in him. And his friends was hooked up because of him. Some of you, your life is off the chain and it's going higher because of who you connected to. That will be me. Thank you guys for allowing me this opportunity. Now, for all those, here's a service announcement I said I wanted to do. Here's the reason as I go over now to the next scripture we need to go to, because I got to move quick. I want to make sure I give you this because I can't let this go. This is too good for me. I love God. God loves me. I need y'all to go on over to 1 Samuel 18. But before I go, I want to let y'all know why my voice escalates like it does. You know, my voice goes up into a higher pitch, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Most of the times I speak as a man, and I'm only trying to assist the people that I was told to go and assist, right? So I'm helping them get to a higher level of self. But somehow people attach their emotions to my way of thinking. And when they do, when I'm speaking for myself, they interject and they end up going in and they make my voice raise. So now I have to raise because I have to complete my thought. By the time my voice raised, it seems like I'm yelling, I'm hollering, I'm angry, I'm upset, and it happens all the time because I can't speak for myself because I'm speaking to someone else, and they will rather me speak for them instead of speak for me because I'm a man. I should speak like this to a man, and a man wouldn't have a problem with what I say because I don't have a problem with what they say. But when I speak to a woman and I speak for me, she believes I'm speaking for her because she don't have nothing to do with what I'm thinking at all. That's the truth. So they automatically try to figure like, hey, he's talking around. You know, AJ, when you talking, you talk around things. No, when AJ's talking, it does not include you. So being that you trying to pry your way into my life, my talking around has nothing to do with you in the first place. So when I catch you trying to break into my house illegally, now you feel offended. So I want to give you this example I came up with on what this sounds like. This is what it sounds like. It sounds like we go to a virtue restaurant. Let's say you guys go to a virtue restaurant with me. And the waiter come out and I say, you guys, what you guys all order? You guys all get pancakes and you guys get eggs. I mean, you get sausages, right? Y'all order pancakes. So the waiter come, give everybody on the speed line pancakes and sausage, right? Turkey sausage. So they ask me what I want. Give me scrambled eggs, sausage patties, and wheat toast. Everybody, when the waitress come back, everybody happy to eat. Y'all ready to get y'all food? All of you guys get pancakes and y'all get sausages. When my food come, I have 3 chicken wings, I have an omelet, and I have a waffle. Excuse me, waiter. She comes back. Yes, this is not what I ordered. She said, oh, what did you order, sir? I said scrambled eggs, medium, turkey patties, and wheat toast. She takes my food, takes it to the back. Now, all y'all ladies and everybody else got y'all food, right? Pancakes and sausage. Me. When she brings my food back, I have sunny side up eggs, I have Canadian bacon, and I have pancakes. Excuse me, ma'am. Yes, sir. I'm with someone else right now. I said, okay. She comes, what is the problem, sir? Now, sir, ma'am, this is not what I ordered. She, what did you order, sir? Right? Ma'am, I ordered. Y'all see my voice in that? I ordered scrambled eggs medium, turkey patties, wheat toast. She take my order with an attitude. Soon as she comes back, she has, y'all ready for this? She has a fried fish, right? Some egg whites, right? And a bagel. And you wonder why I'm upset. Because as a man, your woman wants what she wants, and she claims she never gets it. But as a man, you think he want a good time and he want a little new. You could keep that little new, boo-boo, because at the end of the day, he want what he want. But reason you don't know why what he wants is because you keep giving him what you want to give him. And when he don't eat that little nunu or whatever you got, because you need your little nunu taken care of, when he don't want that, you don't want to give anything else because you can't give what it is you don't have. And so the point that I'm trying to express to you is that's why my voice escalates, because it's not me that's getting angry, upset, or mad. That's Christ that's speaking in me and out of me, trying to let you understand that you ask for a man, you ask for the man figure, but you better be trying to listen to the Christ in him, because that's the only thing that is talking to you. So let's get on to this next scripture so I can show you how this thing popped. 1 Samuel 18. 1 Samuel 18, y'all. We got 8 minutes and we good on time. Y'all know I'm good with this. This is good. I like this. Look at this. Watch this. After David finished talking to Saul. Listen to this, y'all. It's a message right here. I found this myself today. After David had finished talking to Saul, Saul is the king. David is not the king. Some of you, your husband is already a husband in the king's position. You is not his wife yet, but you are in the area that you need to be in so you can get your elevation. Okay? But if you ain't displaying all of who you supposed to be, like Cinderella, don't mess around and lose that slipper and you ain't went back and that slipper you ain't found that slipper you lost. You lost your walk. You lost your talk. You lost the way you should have been. You lost that and you got back over here and got on your hood mentality, because you don't talk about men because your feelings and emotions is connected to the men you was with. So the reason you don't speak about a man to another man, because you don't want to talk about another man because you think that it's disrespectful to the man that you talking to. But truth be told, it's not disrespectful to the man that you talking to, because he is a man. And when he sees what he did and he realized, wait a minute, you did what to him? What would he do? As a man, he will know why that man did what he did, and it will link to you. So you never talk about the man because your hurt, your embarrassment, and what you want to say is connected. So you never talk about the men because that will be the sin in your life. You want me to bust it? I ain't gonna bust it. I'll go somewhere else, y'all. I ain't gonna do that right now. Next week for that, because I had something. I was gonna lock and load. We've been on this boy another 30 minutes. So listen, David had finished talking to Saul. Jonathan, who was Saul's son, remember, they was in relationship, right? The father and the son is the father and the son. Notice Jonathan wrote, became one in spirit with David. So you mean to tell me the opposite connected with the opposite? David was the spiritual man and Jonathan was the earthly man, and they connected and became one. They was friends. They became friends and became one in spirit. This is so hard for us as people, as a community, as a culture, as a race, as whatever, as human beings. We do not know how to come together as one with anybody. So listen to this body, right? I speak the scriptures different. I pray that you guys can follow me. This is when I flip the script. Flip the script meaning my way. I got to talk about it how I talk about it. I can't talk about it with the heart and all that they do. I don't get the word like that. I get it different. So watch this. It says, became one in spirit with David, and he loved him as himself. Do you see why men don't have a problem with another man? Because they recognize that you are a man and I'm a man, bro. What we going on back and forth with? I'm a man, you a man, we good. We men, you know what we do. But women always believe that they not like the other woman. So I ain't like the rest of them women. I ain't like them other little, just because you don't know how to slide down the pole, but don't think you ain't watching. Just because you don't know how to twerk, don't think you ain't tried. They have more practice than you, okay? But you are a woman just like them women. It's just they displaying their skills and talents, and you have yet to display your skills and talents. So you a conservative spy. You are informant. So listen, David and Jonathan, they love one another, became one, just like any man would do. Women, you don't love each other because you don't think you just like her. Her choices is her choices, but since she don't own her choices, then you never see her that way. But if she ever owned her choices, then maybe somebody will come and say, girl, what did you do about that situation? How you get out of that? You know what I'm saying? But since we so busy want to compete with people that ain't competing with us, that's why nobody never get nowhere. I'm just going to speak the truth because a woman can't speak this truth. You say a woman only knows a woman. Remember I told you at the beginning, choices and decisions is what create your circumstances. For some of you, no choice was your choice. You accepted what you got. You didn't choose what you got. Let's be clear about that. You accepted to be to mess around with a woman because they brought a drunk spirit. You accepted it, and now you had a bisexual experience because that's not you. But you accepted it. That's not what you went out. You didn't go out saying, I'm going to look for a little booty today. I'm going to play with me some nipples or something today. You didn't go out saying that. You just went out, had a good time. But what happened is you started dancing with your own type. You started dancing with the same thing. And when you start dancing, you literally forgot. You done lost your principles. I ain't had no principle. And you end up in a situation. Why? Because you didn't choose it. It chose you and you accepted it. Drug addicts, drug dealers. You didn't choose drugs. You accepted drugs. And now you became an addict to what you have accepted. And no one wants to come and help these people make a choice or a decision because we'd rather assess them. We'd rather tell them they're sinning. We'd rather tell them their errors. We'd rather tell them they're no good. You a dog. You a man. You a player. Adonis. He got a lot of women. No, a lot of women might want Adonis because Adonis is the resemblance of a man, Dumbo. You are a woman. They are women. Why wouldn't they want what you want? He got everything that a man should have, right? He's a man. We shouldn't hate on men when we're not a man. We women. We hate on each other because at the end of the day, I should embrace you, but I don't trust you. But at the same time, instead of telling your girlfriend, I don't trust you in my house. I don't trust you around my husband. I don't trust you with my finances. You can watch my kids, though. You can watch my kids, but you ain't going to be around my man. You ain't finna come out the bathroom with no clothes on. You ain't finna bend over and act like you dropped something. Come on, girl. I seen that move. How did you see that move? Because you did that same move too. That was a grown person move. That was a grown woman move. And that's at the end of the day, that's why you win, you lose so you can win. Some of you at the starting point. For others, game over. When game over, that's what takes you to the starting point. Your new life begins now. Watch this. David became one in spirit with another man. They was not gay. They didn't like each other. They just saw the good that, hey, man, bro, you got it, right? Some of y'all don't even understand what I'm saying, but I want you to get it so bad. So I'm going to keep trying. Listen to this. David, from that day, Saul kept David with him and did not let him return home to his family. Stop right there. Saul kidnapped him and didn't let him go back home to his family. Why? Because David had something special. Some of you ain't been back to who you should have been. You should have been made the way God has created you to be. You should be on your stuff by now. But you ain't been who you should be because you don't live up to your full potential. You give the poet's version of who you are. And with that poet's version, you represent your God. But what type of God is that you represent? And you still say, I ain't like your other girls you done had. You want to hear about the girls I done had? You want to really hear about the women I know? I know women that's very educated. I know women that's very grounded. I know women that know how to conduct themselves. I know women that exercise self-control. They ain't at the club, don't go to the club, never been drunk. I know women that don't smoke, that's very direct, can communicate very well. Those are women that I know. Now, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what type of woman I know. What matters is what type of men you are attracted to and why none of them end up with you. Because at the end of the day, maybe you keep trying to get the man, but you ain't became the woman that you need to be. Too busy trying to get the man, but when you get the man, you ain't got nothing to offer the man. So at the same time, you can't hold the man. And when you can't hold the man, don't sit here and hold something you ain't ready for or you ain't equipped to hold. So I want to give you guys some pointers as I continue to go. So Saul took David, didn't let him return home to his family. So some of you got a family here. This is your new family. This is your motivation. This is your inspiration. This is your new beginning. This is your self-sufficient. This is your self-empowerment. This is your self-encouragement. This is the Silk Project. I hope you got your wine. I hope you got your tea. I hope you got your coffee because this is how you self-improve. This is how you self-improve. You got to sip this self-improvement project. The self-improvement project is in full effect. Title means absolutely nothing if the description don't match. So don't tell me you're a woman if the description don't match. So when you don't do what you should be doing anyway, then you ain't the woman that God created you to be. You can't meet nobody and then be somebody. You can't get married and then be a wife. You can't sit here and go to church on Sunday, but then on Monday through Saturday, you sitting here doing what you want to do. But since I talk about God Monday through Sunday, you think that I'm the hypocrite. No, I'm just like you. I'm just like you. I just realized I'd rather talk about God every day for myself. You hear me? I'm trying to be honest right now. Yes, indeed. As a man, though. As a man, I came in. As a man, I leave. I stand for some men, not all men. Because all men ain't ready to receive what I have to say because you won't share your feed with them. And you didn't share that man's name. If he dated you and he put up with your crazy self, you should be clapping for any man that you had to go through because that's considered to be experience. But since you don't want to bring that experience out, you keep repeating the same level. It's called a loop-de-loop because you don't want to acknowledge what you was dealing with. If you had a raggedy man and he didn't do anything for the relationship, then guess what? That's a breakthrough. And who walked away? Did he walk away or did you walk away? If you walked away, then that's a breakthrough. You know how to lead something. Don't sit here and have to trust somebody else. Trust yourself. But make sure you put your best foot forward. Because if you put your best foot forward, then God will honor your other foot that's not so good. But if you sit here cheating God's name, because he said, I give you over exceedingly abundantly according to my riches, and you think you finna sit here and put some stank on it, you finna have do it, you finna 20-80 guy, you gonna get him 20 and think that that's what he get, and you gonna get 80, you got to be crazy. So listen, David didn't go home to his family, and Jonathan made a covenant with David. See, two men, and Jonathan made a covenant with David because he loved David, him as himself. Why aren't some of you telling your pastor or your reverend or your preacher or whoever, when they talk about Jonathan and David, why aren't you saying they gay? How they gonna sit here and love each other? They gay. That's the mindset that some people have. Two men, he said he made a covenant. Hey, bro, I love you like I love myself. Did not Jesus Christ in the man, say love your neighbor like you love yourself? But see, some of you ladies, you can't love your neighbor because your neighbor is a woman. You can't love that woman because she's right here. But the reason you can't love her because you just like her. Y'all's the same. The only thing that makes y'all different is how you handle your experience. And your experience is your best teacher. And some people, you need to teach yourself before you try to teach somebody else. But I know I'm saying too much, right? Jonathan took off his robe. He took off his robe he was wearing. Listen to this. Some of you won't lay your guards down for nobody. Not even, I got my guards up. Listen to this. He took off his robe. Listen to this. Took off his robe he was wearing and gave it to the man of God. Y'all won't even give it up to the man of God. Y'all won't take nothing off. Y'all would rather take my name off. Y'all was never rather scar me. Y'all would rather sit here and tell somebody. You should be able to tell all your girlfriends, girl, get on this feed line. Why? Because I know he gonna say something. And I need him to say what I can't say. I need him to say what pastor ain't saying. I need him to say it the way he needed to say it. Because I don't say what pastor say. I say what I've been called to say. And what God told me to say, which is what I said to my pastor and the minister and them, I can say what you can't say. You can't say what I can't say. But at the end of the day, God sent me to say it. So you should be sending this to like all your friends. Please make sure you share this feed with at least 10 people. 10 people you share this feed with. You send it to them personal. Say, you got to watch this. If you want to edit this video, edit it and send it out. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you what we got to do. He took off his coat, put his coat on another man, along with his hat. Take this hat, bro. Put the hat on. Some of you, that's like taking your wig off and say, girl, where my wig? You be like, I ain't putting your wig on. That dirty, stinking wig. Girl, put my eyelashes on your eyes because they look better on you. Girl, you gonna give me some used eyelashes? Boo, I got my own eyelashes. You gonna give me your hair, your weaving, and your eyelashes. Girl, you can put this on. Girl, put your panties on. No, I'd rather wear no panties than to put your panties on. At the end of the day, listen to this. That's how women sound, for real. Because that's what they thinking. This man, he said, bro, take my clothes, take my hat, take my tunic, take my sword. That means I'm done fighting. Some of you keep fighting the opposite sex. You really should be looking at the same sex because that go your issue. Learn who you are. You will learn about everybody else. And once you learn about you, walk your butt to another level because you no longer need to sit here and sit and blend in with everybody else. We have women, we have men, but God sent me to give you a message. That message today is called I Am My Life Coach. When you recite it, when you say it, it grounds you and you speak for yourself. That's the first time you become who you're supposed to be, which will be self-manifestation. That's the journey that I look to take you on. That's the alternate route to finding out who you really are. Who you are, what you are, and where you are will be exposed. That right there, you guys, is my time. I do want to pray us out. I started a little late. I don't want to leave this open because Sister Sonia got on me last week for leaving something open. Sister Sonia, I'm going to close this door. So in Psalm 18, verse 5, whatever mission Saul sent him on, David, was successful. He was more successful. David was so successful than Saul that Saul gave him a high rank in the army. You see, I was sent to earth with absolutely nothing from my coma. I didn't have no money. It wasn't about my education. It wasn't about family, friends, or anything. I had to build my life from the ground up. I had to start over, one step at a time, one brick at a time, and discover every breakthrough on every level. And when I discovered a breakthrough, I wrote it down. In that writing down process, it helped me to develop not only the I Am My Life Coach book and the workbooks that we have for children, it allowed me opportunities to go places I thought I would never go into, which was schools. I go into juvenile detention centers. I talk to adults. I talk to corporate people. I talk to entrepreneurs. I love talking to women because I want to give women something that they can't give themselves. And that is a grounding that will allow them to see who they are. So they won't spin out of control, lose control, blame it on their feelings and emotion, react instead of responding, and they can hit their target. It's all about the results. Nobody needs to take anything from you. You need to get some stuff first. And the more you get, the more you manage. But if you don't have anything, that's only because you ain't made the decision of what it is you actually desire. So let me close this little part out. Verse 5, pay attention. Whatever mission Saul sent him on. Who is him? AJ. Adonis. I'm here to get some of you. Adonis was so successful that God that you talk to, Jesus, gave Adonis a high ranking. For some of you, you call me the general. The general leads the invisible crown army, the army of angels. That's the spirits that I call down to help us. Remember, the devil said that God said he give the angels charge over you. He give the angels charge, guardian angels, over you to make sure that you can get what you want. But some of you, I know your mind saying, he don't get no charge over me. He ain't even finna sit here and leave. It ain't me doing it, boo. I wouldn't pick you if you was the only one standing there. Let's just be clear. If this ain't God, I don't know what is. Because some of you are so jacked up with your own self that's why you by yourself. You can't handle nothing. That's why he put you in this prison space. Because you need to understand how to be by yourself. And then he'll take you higher to be around the people that you really should be around at this point. Closing out. Let me put the closeout song on. Gotta put the closeout song on, y'all. Let me close out. I thank you guys. YouTube. I love you guys, man. Y'all back me up. Y'all hold me down. And I thank y'all for that. Closeout song. Listen to this. it says, whatever mission, right? It says Saul gave David a high-ranking position in the army. This pleased the troops. This pleased the people of God. You finally got somebody out here with you. And God says, you ain't, the reverend is the reverend, the pastor is the pastor, the apostle is the apostle, the bishop is the bishop. But when you out in the world, I got to send somebody out there that's going to live out there with you. Because some of you, y'all need money. Some of you, you need your own business. Some of you, you need a new opportunity. You need a makeover. Some of you, you need to get in position. Some of you, you need somebody to hear your story. Some of you, you need somebody to know how to help you get in, get out, how to push, how to pump, how to press. You need somebody to help you get your breakthrough for your next level so you can start doing this thing for yourself. And that's why I'm here. And what happened? It said what Saul did, all the other troops was happy. All the other invisible crown army was happy. And I say mount up because it's time for us to move. It's time for us to press. Listen to this, you guys. I'm going to show y'all something real quick. Verse 6. When the men was returning home after David killed the Philistine, after Adonis killed the demon, after Adonis helped you kill jealousy spirit, confusion spirit, lonely spirit, after I help you see what you could not see, after I help you expose the enemy so we can get up, get out, and get over what he was trying to hold over our head right now, right? After I did that, look what happened, you guys. The women came out. Men, we just came back from battle. Here come the women. Hey, y'all, twerk something, twerk something, twerk something, twerk something. It said the women came out from all the towns. Y'all see this? So I want to let y'all know, this ain't my doing. I ain't trying to make nobody like me, but this is God's doing. Yay! I will take no credit for anything that God does. And you shouldn't give no credit to no man. For some of you, that's your error right there. God can't do nothing in your life because you're too busy looking for the wrong. You give the devil more ups than you give God. Because if you pray to God, then you got to know that he got to come through somebody. Why would you hate on a man when a man ain't a woman and a woman ain't a man? Don't you understand that's the differences right there? A woman is a woman, a man is a man. That's just that simple. Salt and pepper, that's it. Sun and moon. The sun don't hate on the moon don't hate on the sun. Like I said, one person can date, 5 people can date one person, and each woman got a different man. You got that? Flip it. 2 women. A man can date 2 women, and at the end of the day, both of them experience someone different because of what you bring out is based on what you require and what you need. Get your eyes off somebody else and put them back on you. The women came out singing and dancing, joyful songs and dancing. As they dance, y'all ready for the song they sing? Here go the song, the women dancing, right? The women dancing, right? Now notice, who the king? Saul the king. The women dancing. Saul has slain 1,000. That's the dance, right? So they're like, Saul has slain 1,000, right? They dancing. Saul. Now who the king? Saul. Who the king? Saul. How many he killed? 10,000. How many killed? 10,000. But then it says, and David killed 10,000. He killed 10,000. Saul killed 10,000, David killed 100,000. Saul killed 10,000, David killed 100,000. And guess what happened? Saul got angry. Why did he get angry? Because them women, you put that man against that man. Come on, y'all. Y'all put that man against that man. He wouldn't have never tried to kill David if it wasn't for y'all instigating. My man said, my man better than your man. My man gonna pay for the bill, girl. Your man ain't never said he was paying for all 4 of your girlfriends. You want to show your man off, and that's why they in his DM. You see him, my man, let me show him what he got me. Y'all can't give a person a peek. Y'all wanna, he sent me, look at my flowers today. They were like, girl, who sent them damn flowers to us? What am I saying? Y'all better close y'all mouth, because y'all ain't finna knock this shit down. You'll get them oops upside your heads with the Lord. That's it. Come on, God. You hear us right now. God, I thank you for what you're doing for us. And Saul was angry. This refrain displeased him greatly. They have credited David. They credited Adonis. Credited means It was added to the Mighty Monday Meltdown. It was added to I Am My Life Coach. It was added to the Invisible Crown. That each and every last one of y'all lifestyle getting upgraded. Y'all start getting better. Y'all start getting stronger, self-confident. Y'all was knowing what y'all needed to do, why y'all was doing it. Your emotions don't go get all over the place. Some of you are brilliant right now. You ready for the banquet. God is preparing you. He's pulling you out. He's pumping you up. He's ready. He's filling you up. He said delay is not denied. He's letting you understand the enemy was close. You gonna remember so you can recover, but you can forgive. But guess what? We ain't forgetting nothing. You ain't forgetting what you've been through. Christ came here to restore sight to the blind. Today, I pray that is accomplished. I pray that your sight is restored. I don't care how it happened. I don't care why it needs to happen. For some of you, I come against your own pride. I come against your own attitude. You so confident and think you got it right. Yeah. Today, I ask that you will be overrode. Today, hey, if we are wrong, then God, we don't want to think we right and we really wrong. Hey. I don't want to think I'm right and I'm wrong. Yeah. I don't want to think I got it together and I don't. I don't want to think I can see and I'm blind. Yeah. I ask that you will restore the sight to the blind. You will restore the sight to the blind. We need to see today. We need to see where we're going. We need to see our mistakes. We need to see our errors. We don't want to sit where Samson said that. We don't want to sit and have our eyes gouged out. We don't want to sit in darkness. But if we got to sit in darkness today, then we remember so we can recover. We want to recover our sight by remembering what we did. We don't want to remember what they did. We want to know what we did and why we did it. We was on one. We was in one. We was on something. But today, God, if we blind, we ask that you will restore our sight. If Christ was sent here to restore sight to the blind, today we sit in our best position right now, asking that Christ, the Spirit of the living God, would take over us now. Wherever we at, we ask that our sight will be restored again. We ask, God, that if we're trapped, you said you came to set the captives free. Well, I don't want to argue like I ain't trapped in nothing. I don't want to argue like I ain't trapped in nothing. I don't need to be set free. Well, guess what? Your kids need to be set free. It's what makes you think it's about you. What about your finances might be trapped? Yeah. What about your mind might be trapped? Come on now. You already thinking that he can't be coming to free you. That's why he's outside. That's why he's at the door, because you don't understand that Jesus came to set the captives free. This feed came on Monday, the Mighty Monday Meltdown, to give you a relationship that religion cannot give you, a one-on-one to set your butt free today. Yeah. He came also. Come on, God. You said you came. Yes, God. You came to heal the broken. I know for some of us, this feet had to be what's broken. And then after the breaking comes you. So today, God, we put our eyes back on you. Today, God, we recognize we are broke in some areas. We are broke, but you broke us so you can heal us. You broke us that at the end of the day, we ain't got to worry, because some of us done been in some of the worst relationships that we can ever imagine. And we perform poorly. The reason we ain't got nothing, because we allowed the enemy to show up and rob everything. He didn't take it. We freely gave it to him. Yeah. But today, God, we ask that you will heal us. Heal us, restore the sight, set us free. For your name's sake. Thank you. We say thank you. We say thank you for this request. Thank you for hearing us. Thank you for honoring our presence today with your presence. Everything is working for your goods because you are God. You can do anything but fail. We're not ashamed of you, God, because you're not ashamed of us. We're grateful for you. We're grateful for what you're doing in us and through us. We're grateful that you're taking us to heights that we can't take ourselves. We're grateful that you're allowing us to see with night vision now. You're allowing us to go out of areas that we got ourselves in. You allow us to walk right out. Chains came straight off because we no longer are held hostage to our own choices and our own decisions. We accepted some stuff that we shouldn't have never have accepted. We accepted diabetes. We accepted and let them call it a generational curse that didn't have nothing to do with me. That generation of curse didn't have my name. I should have been using my own name, not Adonis Johnson. God, because you gave me the name. I gave this name to you, not the child, not the man of God, but God, you. There's no sickness in you. There's no poverty in you. There's no hurt in you. I'm grateful, God, that everything from the earth returned back to earth. God, today you be my witness. Somebody asked me, what's my favorite store? What's my favorite store? They thought I was going to say Louis. They thought I was going to say Gucci, but my favorite store is my storehouse. The one that God has prepared for me. The one that I go in to get the things I need. They said, you must don't love anything here on this earth. I said exactly. There's nothing here on earth for me, but I will walk, and I will walk with my head up high, helping those that needs the help, because we are the help. We are the army. We here to do what it is we've been called to do. To God be the glory. His will be done in us and through us. Hey. Because that's what we was created for. Ignorance lose today. Knowledge wins. Lose YouTube. I hope I didn't lose nobody. But if I did, I tried to do the best I can. Peace and love. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys share this feed with somebody, because somebody will help. It will help somebody. Somebody needs some help. At the end of the day, if I help you, then at least you can help somebody. YouTube, peace out. Love you much. See y'all next week for the Mighty Monday Meltdown. What's going on?